Rinascita is finally out, along with its incredible sceneries, foes, and deco sets accompanying them. So, let's make a deep dive into the 5 new Sonata effects this vibrant land gives us and see which are worth investing your resources and time in farming them. Starting off, the most noteworthy set is Frosty Resolve, with its Sonata effect focusing on resonance skill damage and then on glacier damage. The effects of this set are easy to proc and, as you may already know, are fitting Carlotta to the point it seems it was made just for her. Along with the new 4 costs we got for this set, the Sentry Construct, Frosty Resolve gives almost 35% glacier damage and a whopping 60% resonance skill damage boost in total, making this a better candidate than the Freezing Frost set, which gives 40% glacier damage, and only after casting Lab Illumin's Echo skill it can reach as high as 52% glacier damage and 12% resonance skill damage. Therefore, any glacier DPS character with a kit revolving around resonance skill damage is surely going to benefit more from that set rather than the standard glacier one, meaning that aside from Carlotta, Ling Yang is also benefiting from that Frosty Resolve set more than the Freezing Frost one. However, in the case of Zezi, it's better to aim for the Freezing Frost set if she has the main DPS spot of the team, though that's very rare to be honest. Other resonance skill damage DPS like Tan Li could potentially benefit from that set, but unfortunately the 5-piece effect doesn't suit her kit very well, as she will gain the resonance skill damage boost only after she casts her resonance liberation, which by then her usual rotation will be almost finished. Overall, I would give this set 4 out of 5 because of the already very good synergies with the current characters we have and its overall potential to pair well with future characters as well. Moving on. Another very interesting set is the Empyrean Anthem, with its Sonata effect focusing on coordinated attacks and buffing other characters in the team. Given the many characters we already have with coordinated attacks, this set was a must, but still, it's surprisingly not the best fit for most of them. As it stands, the set gives a 10% bonus to energy regen for the character and another 120% damage bonus to coordinated attacks, with both of these bonuses being passive, granted that you will use Hecat as the 4 cost. The great part of this Sonata effect, however, is that it also amplifies a character's attack by 20% upon a critical hit of a coordinated attack of the bearer. This makes the set very flexible to use since it boosts damage of the character wielding it and another character of the party, but, of course there's a but in all that, this means that the character will have to have a high crit rate percentage, otherwise this additional effect of boosting attack goes to waste. This makes farming for the set very difficult, as you will have to balance all the stats and have a good crit rate of, I would say, at least 60% to make this set work to the fullest. By all means, having Storekeeper on the team makes this set proc more easily, but still, even if you do have Storekeeper, it's not like you can put her in all teams in Tower of Adversity, for example. Regardless, after some tests, I found that this Echo set works amazingly well with Zezi, after I've hit consistently good rolls with their corresponding Echoes, as it not only keeps her damage on a good level, it also consistently buffs the DPS of the team, either being Carlotta or Jinxie. Another character that can pair extremely well with this set is Yenlin, as he has great damage on her coordinated attacks, and with the new Nightmare Tempest Memphis as the 4 cost, she will also gain 12% electro damage and extra skill damage at the cost of having 80% damage boost in her coordinated attacks and not 120. Hecate of course is an option for her as well, but Yenlin will lose more damage on her other skills to increase her coordinated attacks, which I believe is not worth it. Mortophy can also be an okay pair with this set, but to be honest, Moonlit Clouds is just a better option for him as it stands at the moment, since it can give much better damage boost for the main DPS, and Mortophy's coordinated attacks are not as strong as Edge's or Yenlin's. The rest of the characters with coordinated attacks, like Verena, Storekeeper and Wanhu, have even worse damage multipliers on them, so the set just isn't worth farming it for them at all. One last thing, though. Don't forget that we also have the Yuhu's 100% outro skill buff to coordinated attacks, which can make the set even greater by letting the character reach 220% coordinated attack damage boost, which is simply a lot. Given all of that, I would give this set a solid 4 out of 5, though I believe it can only get better from here on out. Following up is the Midnight Veil, a set focusing entirely on multiplying a team's Havoc damage. Just by existing, this Echo set can potentially make all Havoc teams a thing, It increases havoc damage for the wearer by 22% with Lorelei or Heron as the forecast, and when the character casts their outro skill, they bring a 480% damage bomb on the enemy, along with a 15% havoc damage boost to the next character. With the boost in the wearer's damage, the bombing throws at the enemy by simply casting an outro skill, and the damage amplification it gives to other havoc characters, it makes it worth considering over Moonlit Clouds. Just imagine what this set can do once Rokia comes out. Equipping this to Dungeon can help her increase the damage she and Rokia can do as sub DPSs, and once Rokia finishes her rotation swaps into Camellia, she will give her 20% basic attack damage and 40% havoc damage boost and land another 480% damage bomb on the enemy, granted she also wears the Midnight Veil set. These numbers are not to be taken lightly. So, for these reasons, I will give this set a 5 out of 5 for the Havoc sub DPS character we have as of now, and 0 out of 5 for any other character regardless of attributed role. Almost finishing up, we have the new Spectro set, Eternal Radiance, a set with primary focus on increasing the damage of Spectro characters that can inflict the Spectro Frazzle effect. While this effect existed ever since the launch of Wuthering Waves, no character could inflict this effect prior to 2.0. Now, Spectro Rover can consistently and easily inflict this debuff, so the set has some meaning all of a sudden. Overall, the stat boosts it can give are very good, with 37% spectral damage if you include the Nightmare Morning Ix as the forecast, and another 20% crit rate, but for the spectral damage boost to be applicable, the enemy has to have 10 stacks of Spectral Frazzle on them. Looking over Spectral Rover's kit improvements, though, 10 stacks are pretty easy to be achieved, so because of that, this set is an improvement over the standard Spectro set for the Rover. But yeah, only for them. I will give this set a 2 out of 5 for the moment, as it fits Spectro Rover very well, and hopefully we can see more play with it in the future. Lastly, we have the Tidebreaking Courage, a rather peculiar set. It increases energy regen by 10% and attack by 15%, which is good, but the secondary effect is what makes this set weird for a current roster. Achieving 250% energy regen enhances all attribute damage by 30%. While the stat line is of course incredible, the means to bring out the fullest of this set is just not fitting any DPS we have at the moment. Getting this 250 energy regen with DPS characters means that they will have to abandon 60% attribute damage bonus or attack percentage from the 3-star echoes, and also wear a weapon with energy regen as a substat. No one is going to like that. Only in Soulkeeper, who benefits a lot from having 250 energy regen, can this set be considered at all, and even then, she will lose a lot of her healing capabilities just to increase her damage. By all means, if you're enjoying landing incredible hits with Soulkeeper's intro skill, this set can make that happen for sure. But, other than that, it's just not worth it at all for now. I will give this set a 1 out of 5 for the moment, though I believe more characters with focus on energy regen will come out in the future and benefit from this set, so don't just throw it away when you get it. That's all for today's video. I hope you got some valuable insights and potential synergies for the new Echo sets. So, have fun with the new version Kuro Games has cooked for us, and happy farming!